What's up, you guys? In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make tacos that will be sure to fit your macros. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so for cooking the meat, we're just gonna need 2 ingredients. I got this original taco seasoning. This is the big pack, but you can go ahead and get yourself the little 1 pack, which will fit this 1 serving of ground turkey. I got the extra lean Jennio ground turkey, and it's a 16-ounce pack. Let's get started. Spray the pan with some cooking spray. Then we're gonna start adding the ground turkey. The pan is really hot, so I'm just gonna try to get it in chunks. I don't wanna just put the slab on there. Alright, now that my hands are clean, we're going to go ahead and just make sure that we're browning everything evenly. I'm going to turn down the heat a little bit because the pan's really hot. Toward the end of the cooking process, it's going to cook all the way by itself. And since this is extra lean, we don't want to overdo it. Okay, so that's browned enough to my liking. Turn on the heat a little more. I don't want it to overcook. Alright, so I'm following the packaging directions, and I need to measure out 3 tablespoons of this seasoning and add it to here. I got some water right here. Following the directions, we need to add 3/4 cup of water. And now we need to stir. We're gonna stir, and then we're gonna bring this to a boil. So I wanna make sure everything is mixed in thoroughly. Okay, that's mixed up pretty well. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring this to high heat so we can go ahead and boil this. So once this is brought to a boil, we're gonna simmer it. So we're gonna reduce the heat to low. Alright, so the meat is done. This is what it looks like. And now we're going to start on the vegetables. Alright, so one of the things that I wish I learned from somebody was proper knife skills. Now, we're going to go ahead and start cutting some lettuce. You can buy this lettuce pre-shredded, but it is more expensive, and I feel like it tends to go bad quicker when it's bought in the bag. So let's grab, I already washed and cleaned these, so we're gonna grab just a small amount to start, like this. And what you wanna do as beginners is you don't wanna cut like this with your fingers out like that, because that's just bad technique overall. You have a higher chance of cutting your fingers. You wanna tuck your fingers in, knuckles against the other side of the metal. I am left-handed, so that's what I'm cutting with my left. So we want our knuckles protecting, thumb back, and if you can, try to form a claw, but sometimes it's hard to do so. Or you could just keep the knife a good distance away from your hand like this. to form a claw. That's how it would be. Take your time, don't try to be like Iron Chef and go too quick. Look at how beautiful that lettuce is. Now we're gonna learn how to chop a Roma tomato. First thing you can do, it's optional, but you can go ahead and take this part out. And it actually just came out easy like that. And then you can go ahead and cut. I cut like a square in there. Or you could just cut with it still in there. But I don't eat this part, so it's kind of not useful to me. So I use a smaller knife for that part. I'm gonna put that on the side. Tomatoes, very simple. Just cut this. Across. Keep your hands tucked in. When it comes down to getting really close to that, I'm not going to take a risk trying to cut myself. So instead, I'm just going to go across like this. And my knife is really sharp. I just sharpened it a bit with my rod. But normally at least once a month, depending on how much I'm cooking, I do sharpen it with the electric sharpener. At least once a month. Again, you want to watch your hands. Make sure you tuck your fingers in. And when we get to the edge, I do this technique. I know chefs don't really teach it, but it keeps the onion together, so I can make sure I'm not going to cut myself. Here, go across. And then if you feel like you haven't gotten everything, just roughly do this, across. And you're good to go. Lemon, you gotta love lemon. Very easy to cut. So I get rid of this excess right here. And then I'm gonna cut across. This is like the easiest one. Down, down, and in half. So we're gonna cut the half of the lemon in fourths. And then we're gonna go down, down, and in half. You can also cut them smaller, cut them in halves. If you're serving more people or if you just want them smaller. Yeah, that's how we do our lemons. Put them in a cup. I like my lemons in a cup. And it's pretty. Lemons in a cup. Because we're dieting, I am going to mix half a serving of fat-free cheddar cheese right here, Kraft, with half serving of the fat-free mozzarella cheese. And we're gonna weigh it. So we're gonna tear the scale, and then we're gonna put 14 grams of each on here. And the key to dieting is measuring things in the beginning, because you usually either are a overestimator or an underestimator. And you don't want to be overeating, and you also don't want to be undereating when you're already in a deficit. Next, a really good tip and something I learned was that plain yogurt, Greek yogurt, is not only full of protein, but but it kind of tastes like sour cream, very close to it. Healthy option. So we're gonna measure out half a serving of this. I like half a serving, but again, make sure it fits your macros. Again, we're gonna tear the scale. The key with the yogurt is you need to mix it around because it does separate a bit. So we're gonna mix till the consistency is even. I'm just gonna do 100 grams. I'm just eyeballing what I know I'm gonna use, so I don't put too much because I don't like that much sour cream. Next step, we're gonna go ahead and heat up our tortillas. Got a new pan. We're gonna heat this up to about medium high, get it hot. While the pan is heating up, I'm gonna show you what tortillas I'm using. I'm using this yellow corn tortilla, and the macros on these are amazing. That's why I chose them. Now you can pick whatever tortilla you like that'll fit your goals and your macros, but these macros are great. 3 tortillas is 1.5 fat, 24 carbs, 3 grams of protein. So really good bang for your buck tortilla. I'm gonna spray just a little bit of cooking spray on here. I'm gonna put the tortilla on, get it warm. And get it to the consistency you want. So that's about right. Now it's lightly browned a little bit, so we're gonna take it off. That's about how I like them. All right, so my 4 tacos are heated up, or my tortillas. So now I'm gonna go ahead and measure out the meat. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and build the taco. I'm gonna do this buffet style, and I also measured half the meat. So we got the meat here, and I already macroed everything except for the lettuce, tomato, and onion. Now that varies person to person how much you're gonna put in, but if you're dieting like I am, you're gonna have to measure it. You can pre-measure them and put them on the sides, just guesstimating how much you'd put in per taco, and just put them in these individual bowls like that, pre-measured. But for just example, I'm just gonna show you how to build a taco. So I got my tortilla. You can see that it's lightly toasted. First thing I wanna do is put the meat on here. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna wanna do is put the meat on here. Now, I'm gonna eat all of this, so there's no need to measure this part. So I'm just gonna put in a good portion right there. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and do, I'll put the sour cream on now, or the plain yogurt, just because it's really hard to put it on top of the lettuce. So that's good. We're just gonna spread that around. And then I wanna put some lettuce on there. And honestly, this is the order of which you put stuff is really just up to you. I'm not gonna measure the lettuce because it's really hard to get a few grams of carbs from shredded lettuce unless you're eating like this whole portion right here. I wouldn't worry about it. The whole point of macroing is just to be consistent. If you were consistently measuring, weighing everything, then keep consistently doing that. So just for kicks, I'm gonna measure the onion that I'd put in normally. So it'd be just a sprinkle. 2 grams of onion. And then I'm just gonna estimate that I'm gonna put the same amount per taco. But if you're a beginner, go ahead and measure everything. 2 grams of onions. And that looks like 10 grams of tomatoes. Then we're gonna, I'm not gonna measure the cheese because again, I'm gonna use all this cheese. Oh, that looks beautiful. Here is the end result. And when I eat these, I like to do them one by one, or make them one by one. All right, y'all, the moment you all have been waiting for. I'm going to do a taste test now. So we got our lemon, and then we're gonna just drizzle it on the taco. Drizzle it on there, and we're gonna take our first bite. Alright, and that concludes the video. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. And again, I'll be posting these macro-friendly, cutting, diet-friendly recipes weekly. So stay tuned, you guys. And if you could give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, that would be great. It does help the channel grow. And also comment down below any feedback you have and what you liked about the video. Thanks. See you in the next one.